Welcome to the Dick Allan Show. I'm your host, Rick. I want to talk to you about barter. I believe this is very underutilized in business since I was part of a bartering company that crashed and burned at 9/11. But for those of you who don't know what it is, you're basically trading products. If you're like my brother, you can trade a $2 Hot Wheels for a skateboard, And then my mom would be like, "Whoa, what are you doing?" Go talk to the parents, be like, "Are you okay with this? Because my kid just scored, for a $2 Hot Wheels car, he's picking up a $50 skateboard." A lot of times the parents are like, "Well, that's what my kid wants." And so my brother would come out on top. And there are things that are difficult to barter. I've never had luck with a car dealership. It's just too many hands involved and they just want cash, whatever. But some used cars you can barter for. You can go on Craigslist right now and click on the barter section. You'll see people have products and services, or look at the little barter kings out there. They'll start off with a cell phone and end up with a motorcycle or whatever, or a car. They just keep up bartering. It's a little bit challenging because you have to find what people want. The person you're dealing with needs to be willing to have some variables be different. If you want a boat or you want to travel somewhere in trade, you might be stuck with Hawaii or Costa Rica and you're like, "Man, I really want to go to North Korea. That's where I want to go." And so you may have to adjust exactly what you want. So that's something to be aware of. You might not get every bell and whistle on there, or it might be slightly different in the deal. And some people are cool with that. Some people are like, "Hey, a truck's a truck. Just I need it to be a good year and work." Some people be like, "No, Chevy, Dodge, whatever." So all those haters out there can fight it out. The best example is the restaurant. A restaurant cost is about a third. So if a restaurant wants $10,000 in advertising and they give the barter company $10,000 in food script, today it would probably be a reward card, $10,000 of $25 or $50 reward cards. So we'd have all this from him, $10,000 worth. Costs him $3,000, for example, to do that. We charge him a 10% fee. As the bartering agent or like a realtor, we just charge a fee for the transaction. And so what that restaurant wants is advertising. So we go out and find the newspaper or some advertisement guy, a printing place, whatever, and we print up $10,000 worth of coupons, ads, whatever, put it in the Sunday paper. It could be somebody passing out flyers direct door to door, 10,000 not going to get you on the radio, sorry. But airtime is kind of like free money, so sometimes those guys will barter if you have something awesome. Tell them my band's playing, and on the radio they're like, "Hey, we got tickets to a concert, da 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 da." And so they're, some of those guys get pay or barter to some degree, some of that stuff. So the restaurant gets that advertising that brings clients to his business. Basic marketing, very simple. Businesses that can do what a restaurant can do by handing out those reward cards. So if I want to go to a restaurant and I've got a $25 gift certificate, when I go there, I may up purchase. I might be like, "Man, it's going to cost my family $50 to eat here, not $25. You're going to be upsold. You still got to pay the waitress." So for a restaurant, not only do they get the advertisement, but their gift cards bring people to them as well. For a restaurant, it's like a super win. Usually they're all over it. The advertisement people, the paper people, the marketing people, all those guys are like, "We want something now. We just gave somebody $10,000 worth of trade." They may want to do a corporate event at a restaurant. They may want to take their family to Hawaii, or now I got to find some travel agency that wants to barter. Find out what's the best deal going on. Maybe they want to go on a cruise. You trade stuff around. Now there are some things that are difficult to trade. I've had a little bit of luck with houses, but usually it's an interesting property that is difficult to sell, or people are willing to barter their equity. We had this deal where this guy had like $200,000 in like diamonds and gems, and he wanted to trade for some real estate, or they're willing to take diamonds and rubies after their guy appraises it. So they're out there, but it's also an industry that's not organized, and that's what I was trying to do back in 9/11, was organize and unify the industry. In a sense, you're creating your own currency, your own value. Depending on what your business is and what your product is, you may consider talking to a barter company, or get out there and do it yourself. Bypass the middleman. What the middleman has to offer is, we had some 5,000 companies that were in our group, and so you had access to different companies, where if you go out on your own, you might have 2 or 3 friends or other businesses you can negotiate with, and maybe make a deal yourself. I remember one client we had was a palm reader. Be like, man, I really feel like getting my palm read today. If you're a palm reader out there, I'm sorry. Just like, there's some things that I may not equate value to, but they're willing to do trades and services for whatever it is that they do that is unique. There are some unique businesses out there that will tap into that aren't high priority. Barter, very underutilized, offers some opportunity depending on what products and services you have. Networking is what helps make this happen. And in a sense, we all barter. You ever ask your mom for 20 bucks and what does she want in return? Your love, something. You have a friend like, hey, I need a favor. You do a favor for them, and then now you owe them a favor at some point. That's all barter. That's all it is. And maybe one day you'll be on TV as the barter king. Barter, 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 barter. Say that 20 times fast. Barter, 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 barter.